Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the video for Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. My name is Ventus. In this video, I'm going to give you my review of the new Sword Art Online game and tell you what I think is cool about it and what sucks, and basically answer any obvious questions that a person who is thinking about getting a game would want to know. Now, really quickly, if you're new here, please do me a favor and sub to the channel with notifications on, and also like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so let's just get the big question out of the way first. Is this game just like Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet? The answer is yes and no. It looks kind of like Fatal Bullet, actually looks a lot like Fatal Bullet, and some things are the same as Fatal Bullet, but overall, this game isn't really Fatal Bullet. There's no skill system in place like there was with Fatal Bullet. There's no artifices to join you on adventures, and as near as I can tell, whenever you do co-op, it's always going to be online with people with no option to manually choose to have specific bots on your team. In my opinion, this game is inspired by Fatal Bullet, which I, for one, am very, very happy about. Now, on to what I liked and didn't like about the game so far. Alright, so starting first at the likes. The first one is going to be story skip. You can skip everything. If you press options twice on the PlayStation controller, you can literally skip through a cutscene. I know, I get it. It's an RPG game. If you don't want to play an RPG game because they're all about reading and immersing yourself in the story to don't play, I get it. But sometimes I just want to get to the action, man. I mean, there are some parts of the story that I did want to read and see and understand because there's some weird stuff going on in this game, and I did that. But for the most part, when I wanted to get to the fighting, I was able to get to the fighting. So shout out to them for making an actual skip that they've never made before in any SO game that I've ever played. Let's see. Number 2, variety of characters to choose from. There are a lot of characters in this game, right? Not like a crazy amount, but they gave you all the right characters, and the characters they did add are just amazing. You get to be Heathcliff in this game, and I think that is really cool. That's one of the things that I saw that was like, whoa, well, that's cool. They're on the same team as well. It was curious. So yeah, the variety of characters you get to be, amazing. I mean, it's not anything super dissimilar from other SAO games, but there's some characters in there that's kind of surprising, and I'm glad that they have that variety of characters. You can be Death Gun. Number 3, similar to Fatal Bullet. Yeah, it is. It's not exactly Fatal Bullet, like I said, but it looks like Fatal Bullet, and it doesn't look Alicization. And I was in love with Fatal Bullet for a while there. Only thing that I really wanted to play. So I am super glad the game looks similar to Fatal Bullet. Glad they used the Fatal Bullet assets. That's one huge like for me. Number 4, and this is the one thing that I saw that I talked about this on my network, review. Bro, you got characters that can fly. Not everybody can fly, and I think that's okay, but the characters that can fly are super, super fun to use. Flying, to me, is everything. There are things in this game that absolutely suck, but they put some stuff in this game that help mitigate the damage of the stuff that sucks. And characters being able to fly around these huge-ass maps, that is one of the things that mitigates. That is a huge thing for me. So, number 4, flying. Number 5, I've already talked about this a little bit, but dissimilar from Alicization Lycoris. Didn't really like Lycoris that much. It was an okay game. It was fun to play. It had a lot of options, things to make videos and stuff for. So coming from a YouTube standpoint, Alicization was amazing. But when it all comes down to it, I like Fatal Bullet a lot better than I like Alicization and the game that came after it. So I like how it is dissimilar from Alicization. That's another huge like for me. Number 6, how certain characters' L1 charge skill enhances their normal skills, like Yu-Gi-Oh. I think Yu-Gi-Oh, after giving this some careful thought, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is the only one whose actual skills, actually change what they look like when you activate his L1 charge. I know other characters like Eiji, when you activate their L1 charge, their weapons become electrified. Alice, same thing. Her weapon becomes a little bit glowy with flowers, and it enhances her attacks, enhances her damage or whatnot. So, specifically, I'm thinking, though, it's pretty much Yu-Gi-Oh. He's my favorite character in this game, and I love the fact that when you activate his sword, the L1, he gets larger ice. He can do more with his magic, so I think that's really cool. Number 7, the amount of co-op game modes. Yeah, this game has a lot of co-op game modes, more than Alicization Lycoris did. It's almost looking and feeling like Fatal Bullet with all the online co-op missions, and I'm guessing they don't have PvP yet. I don't think they have PvP yet. Just a bunch of co-op stuff that you can do. I might be faded, but I think that's amazing, and I really enjoy that they have a lot of co-op game modes, and I think that's going to work for the better for the long run in this game to keep it alive a lot longer, because let's be honest here, in about 6 months, a game like this probably dead in 6 months. Having it be online co-op with most of the game modes might keep people playing, because let's just face it, bro. You play video games, most of us, to play with our friends. And if our friends are playing, we're having fun. Because it's not really, at that point in time, it's not really even about the game. It's about hanging out with your people. It's about hanging out with your friends and just talking, shooting shit. And just, because if people will play a trash game, but if it's fun and you can play it together with your friends, they're going to play it more. So W on that one. And then finally, number 8, I know there are a lot more likes, but I just want to name these 8. How every character is basically cooler than Kirito with their skills and combos. Now, this might be a dislike, but I think it's a like, because I'm not going to say I don't dislike, like I dislike Kirito. I think Kirito's a cool character. He's very basic in this game, and he does exactly what he needs to do. However, after playing with every single other character in this game, I can without a doubt tell you that every character is cooler than Kirito with their abilities. Like Eiji, I feel like Eiji is probably the coolest character there is with his combos. He is absolutely fun to use. And a lot of the characters are like that. Even Lisbeth, even Klein. I have never used Klein in any game for SAO. Never wanted to, never had a desire to. But in this game, Klein is cool. I would use Klein. He looks amazing. His skills are amazing. He does a lot of stuff, and he's like, he's unique. And that's the that's the case for a lot of the characters. They have some unique stuff about them that's not just basic and vanilla. I feel like Kirito is just basic and vanilla, which makes him easy to use, but easy doesn't always translate to fun to use, So those are my likes. Now let's go on to the dislikes. And listen, before I say this, I want to apologize if this gives anybody a negative opinion on the game. I'll just go ahead and say this right now. I was going to save this for the end. The question, do I think this game is worth it? Would I suggest people to play it? I absolutely would. I'm not getting paid by Bandai to say this. I enjoy the game. I know there are a lot of things that I'm going to talk about in just a moment that people are going to be like, yeah, this game sucks, I'm not going to get it. But for me, I enjoy the game. I think it's great. It just sucks that it's coming out right now with there's a bunch of other games that I kind of want to play too, so it doesn't get that much playtime for me. But rest assured, if there weren't like 5 other games right now that I wanted to play, I'd be spamming this. As it was, I spammed this game literally all day long and didn't play anything else except for like a couple of hours of Throne and Liberty after I was done with the story mode in this game. But I pretty much was on this game all day and I was having fun. All right, so moving on to the dislike. Number 1. The first one, you cannot change your skill loadout, right? And that completely sucks. I don't know what they're doing. They completely dropped the ball on this one. They made the game look like Fatal Bullet, but in this respect, it is not like Fatal Bullet. You cannot change your skills. I wanted to at least get done with the story mode to see if something like later unlocked, because in certain games, like with Fatal Bullet, you go certain like distance in the story mode and you unlock the ability to do a wield. I was thinking that they were going to do something like that with this game, but so far it looks like, and I mean, I still haven't done like I haven't done a lot of the raids or like extra added story missions, so there may be something down the line where you can change your character skills, but so far I haven't seen anything that allows you to do that, and nobody has told me that you can do that. So cannot change your skill loadout on any of the characters. That sucks. Number 2, no Kirito character customization like other SAO games. What are they doing? I just knew for a certainty before the game came out that once you beat the story mode, you're going to be able to change Kirito. Change what he looks like, change his abilities, give him a different weapon. You can't do that. I think that absolutely sucks. And I know this is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people. And that sucks because I want people to like this game. But after being with the SAO gaming community for such a long time now, I kind of got a feeling that if people can't customize or make their own character, their CAC, they're not going to really like this game. And I can't blame them, man. They know what to do to make a great game, and it just seems like they're just not doing it with this. Number 3, co-op game modes where you have to level up to get your skills unlocked. I just think that's a dumb idea. I dislike that. And the 2 main co-op game modes, the raid and the co-op, the actual co-op game, you have to do that. I want to be able to jump right in with the boss, fight the boss with my abilities, and have it be that. I don't know why I don't know. I just don't think that's a really good idea. Number 4, Kirito can't use other weapons. I talked about this just a little bit, but yeah, what Kirito uses at least one-handed and dual wield. They should have at least included that. I was looking forward to being ALO Kirito with a 2-handed sword. That's what I was looking forward to with this game, flying around with wings using a 2-handed sword. And you can't do that. It would be nice if they added a different version of Kirito that lets you do that. Somebody in the comments of one of my videos, like the last video that I made on this, he was like saying, bro, he's in the files. And the dude was trying to make it sound like I was stupid or dumb for not knowing this. But joke's on you, buddy. I don't see any ALO Kirito with wings. I don't see a Kirito that has a two-handed sword. All I see is dual-wield Kirito that's stuck on the ground. I've seen ALO Kirito in the beginning cutscene, but that's it. So, yeah, that sucks. Can't use other weapons of Kirito. Number 5, how time-consuming it's going to be to get other passives unlocked. That is just batshit crazy. Like, there's no system in place to change things for your character, but you can change passives. And the way that it works, so far it looks like, you have to get pretty much every character to level 30. And you know how long it takes to get... I don't have a single character at level 30. And the characters that I have been spamming all day yesterday, they're nowhere near level 30. So, like, what do I got to do to get every character to level 30? I'm going to have to grind with, like, my least favorite character. Like, Argo is cool. Don't get me wrong. She's great, and it's going to be okay using it. But I don't want to use Argo, like, as much as I want to use Alice or Yuki or Eiji. You know what I mean? Like, and then I got to grind a character that I don't like that much to level 30 just to get her passive, which isn't going to affect that much on the character anyway. Like, I just think that sucks. And it's going to be time consuming, right? It's going to be super time consuming. And I feel like the game is going to die before, you know, I have a chance to really do that. Like, I feel like the game is going to be dead on arrival anyway with Sparking Zero coming out right now, you know? But it is what it is. And number 6, the lack of any sort of skill system for passives and buff stacking. Well, there is something for passives, which the system sucks. It's there, but it's almost like it isn't there. And the buff stacking. So, like I said, didn't really like Alicization Light Course in the game that came after it, but they did have a really neat system in place for buff stacking. And, you know, coming from a YouTuber standpoint, being able to tell people you need to get this item and put this item on this weapon and then go get this item and put this on this armor, you know, as far as the accessories and whatnot, so you could stack buffs, use this skill, and then use this skill, have this character on your team, use this skill, have this character on your team, and you know what I'm talking about, like how Alicization was. There's nothing like that in place for this game, which... that on top of not being able to change your character's loadout, like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like a really good SAO game. You know, other SAO games, they've at least given you the ability to change your skills out. And right now, you can't even stack buffs to do extra damage. Your characters are sort of locked behind unlocking their abilities when you go into the co-op mode and raid mode. I just don't know what direction they were going with here. Like, if they should have leaned more into the Fatal Bullet, and it would have been a greater game. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You might have a different opinion, and if you do, let me know down in the comments, man. I want to know what you think about the game. And again, like I said, if you are looking for the bottom line, do I think you should get this game? Absolutely. The things that I dislike about this game absolutely suck, but the game is fun. I am absolutely, and listen, Bandai's not paying me to play to say this or play this. Bandai don't fuck with me like that. I'm just telling you my opinion of the game, and I want people to play this game because this is a fun anime game, and we don't have a lot of fun anime games. Is it super janky? Yes, but it's still very, very fun for me, and I think you would have fun too playing it. Honestly, with all the dislikes aside, I think you would have fun playing it. But like I said, somebody came into my chat the other day. They were like, "Hey, I only have enough money to get one game. Should I get this or Sparking Zero?" I told them get Sparking Zero because that game is going to have longevity and it's going to be more fun to play in the long run. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just my opinions. Listen, if you're new here, like I said earlier, just do me a favor, drop a sub, like the video, especially if you got the game. I'm going to be uploading some more stuff about the game, guides, and as many guides as I can make, breakdowns of characters. I think that's going to be my next main thing, just break down my favorite characters and stuff like that. And I'd really appreciate it if you watch those videos. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and feel free to leave your opinions down in the comments. And try not to be too rude. Peace.